Why are you running for the union secretary position?
I think that one of the things that we've seen over the last few years that the union's been very ineffective and divisive in the way that it bargains and also in solving problems in the workplace. The whole top-down approach as far as unions go is an outdated thing. We can learn lessons from the old BLF in those days where the membership took part and were responsible for making most of the decisions that happened in the workplace. We want to turn the current way that we think of unions on its head and give power back to the membership.
What would you do differently if you were elected to the union secretary position?
One of the biggest changes you would see that members would be empowered during negotiations for enterprise agreements, and also that we'd reinvigorate the membership at the grassroots level in the workshops, in the workplaces, on stations, in the train and bus depots, and those people then would be responsible for making many more of the decisions than what's currently happening. I think the union's been too many of the decisions have rested on the leadership of the union, and members have been, or their thoughts have been rejected. One of the other things we would do, we would reduce the pay of paid officials within the union so that they earn no more than the average wage of a worker that they represent. Also, we removed the whole agenda of the union, which is skewed towards party politics rather than the members. I think the members are the ones that come first, and party politics should never be a part of what the union is about. We would empower union members to actually make most of the decisions within the union.
Now, do any of the union staff have any fears if you come into the union secretary position?
You're talking about the organisers, those people that work in the office. We've got nothing. We're not going to punish anybody. We're not out to punish anyone. We just want to give the union a different direction. And changing direction is going to be very difficult. Now we'll need the cooperation of those people in the workplace, and we'll articulate what we're actually trying to do. I'm sure that most people will go along with what we're trying to do because it empowers them as well. After a period of grace, say 3 or 4 months, people are not measuring up, then we'll have to take stock of that and see what we do then. At that stage, some people may want to go, or we may have to force some people out. But to make the changes that we need, and from a very bottom-up style, it's going to be different to what people are used to. So, as I said, we're not out to punish anyone, and we're not out to. We don't have any vendettas against them. We have very experienced people within the union, in the office, and we also have some very good organisers out there. We're going to utilise those people that don't measure up. If they don't really see what we're trying to do, then it may be better for them to move on.
How should people vote?
Well, if you want to vote for a real change in the union, you really need to consider very carefully how you vote. If you're voting for the Members' Voice candidate, you're voting, say, for Peter Vrettos, you need to put just an X in the square next to his name. If you're voting for me as the New South Wales Secretary, we want you to number every square because preferences will count in this election, and we want ask you to put number 1, Peter Perkins, number 2, we ask you to vote for Tony Clear as number 2, John Steck at number 3, and for Alex Classens to be put down as number 4. It's a very important concept. I think that those that only put the number 1 will actually not be voting for change. So if you're voting for change and you want to change the New South Wales State Secretary, then you must number every square.